Hello, everybody. Oh, let me get this
Hi,
started and turn it
la
down.
música.
Yes. Welcome
Ooh.
to another Hangout stream.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we can excuse the other two. One sounds like she's possessed, and the other one sounds like he's on his deathbed.
Yeah, they're all.
They're both terribly sick, so we'll excuse them.
Yep. Everybody is
Let them
sick.
rest.
Yes. Let them rest. Let them fight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty short stream today because they're got some stuff going on later tonight anyway that is pretty important, just some personal stuff. But other than that, yeah, just going to be me and Andrew, which basically means we're sharing the brain cell. And yeah.
I gotta start with the first. I have some ideas.
Um Yeah, so before we get into it, a couple quick things. All the background audio is made by Tabletop Audio. That is not a paid sponsor. In fact, I support him on Patreon. Very creative. Everything is really cool. If you're a dungeon master, I recommend checking it out. Really cool thing. We also have our own Patreon if you want to help us make more content and, be able to justify us spending more time on those projects.
Which the link
Then,
should be down below, and if it's not, it's also in the About Us page on Twitch or YouTube, or you can also go to our website, D4Tress.com.
yeah,
Got the merch store and links and everything.
and so we're still, we're still working out the technical kinks and stuff that we have realized are there. So, if there's a problem, just shoot us a message on like chat or in one of the comments on YouTube or something like that, and just be like, "Hey, this thing ain't working," so we can fix it. And then yeah, but if you support us on Patreon, some of the benefits you get, we have a Discord, and each tier up in the Patreon gets you more and more Discord access, more and more exclusive channels. We want to try doing some gaming with patrons things down the line, just for some fun stuff. And at the highest tier, you'll get a permanent discount on everything in our merch store, which you can find all that on D-Fourtress.com. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. So, if you, look at the title of the stream, you can see exactly what we're going to be working on today. Oh, thank goodness. I've been waiting for that for like an hour. Oh, oh,
It's like another person just came
oh
out.
my gosh. Woo, okay. This is the final subclass we have not made a subclass for. And then once this one's done, we get to do it all over again.
Yeah, we do. But that'll be a while down the road.
Yep, maybe a week or two.
At least two.
So, what is the class that we're missing? So, going down, what do we have? We have the Path of Focus Barbarian. Some of these we have not made on stream.
Monsters Bard.
College of Monsters Bard. The Circle of Parasites Druid. The Skydancer Fighter. The Enhancement Warrior Monk. Oath of Knowledge Paladin. The Outrider Ranger. The Saboteur Rogue. The Infused Sorcerer. The Pact of the Jailer Warlock. And of course the Channeler Wizard. And that just leaves Cleric. You can read the title of the stream. We're going to be making the Survival Domain Cleric.
Which I'm excited for.
It fits with the theme, especially, you'd probably, just lore-wise in Auroran, you would probably find these guys mostly around Rascalia, because the God of Survival has a pretty decent-sized following. Let me move this over here so I can see it. Pretty decent-sized following in Rascalia, just given the fact that Rascalia is quite literally survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
So it is Yeah, it is probably uh like probably where his biggest influence is, at least on the continent, easily on the
Well,
continent.
especially up in Enteritus, that's a big thing going on up there.
Exactly, and maybe not just the maybe not the worship, but the use of his power.
Right. I
Yeah,
think there's
and
definitely worship too.
yeah, and that's the god is Vulik. That is Vulik, the scavenger or the vulture is what he's known as.
Right. So I already have some ideas. So for level 3, there's 3 things that we need to make. We need to make a spell list of what are the spells they get at all the different levels. And then we need the uh whatever the channel divinity is, like the main purpose of the channel divinity, and then some kind of perk at level 3. All of the other domains get something along those
Yep.
lines at those levels.
So basically, just by default, it gave me. We're using just so everything is at the correct levels and we can get a general vibe. Where we started with a copy of Life Domain, just so everything. So we have to do minimal amount of programming on here.
Cool.
So, and of course, we can fill in all the lore and the details later. So right now, the description is Survivey Boy. Because, like I said,
deep.
we don't
It
have
goes deep.
we don't have too much time. So, first things first. Yeah.
Well,
So,
can I give you the idea that I just had
um. Well.
for the level 3 perk?
Yeah. Well, we've got 3 level 3 things. I just need to figure out which is where, so we can switch it. So
Yeah.
let's see. What does the Disciple of Life do? This is the one.
That's the special ability one.
Special ability. Okay, so that's like the that's right. I want to click on these links. The back arrow freaks everything out. And then of course this is the expanded
The
thing.
spells
And then,
and preserve life is your channel divinity.
okay, that's the channel divinity. Okay.
Yep.
So this specific thing. So is this the special ability?
Yeah, not the other one. Yeah.
Not the channel divinity or the okay.
Here's what I'm thinking. We could make this kind of like, because you got those clerics that rely a little bit more on the melee-esque side of it, and then you got ones that do a little bit more on the full spellcaster side. It's like obviously they're all full spellcasters, but some of them lean a little bit in
yeah,
either direction.
War Domain Cleric, Forge Domain. It's
exactly.
Luckily, actually, one thing you got to remember in D&D 2024, they changed that actually, because now it's not dependent on your subclass.
Oh, I know, you can pick it.
Yeah, you get to choose, so we can be a little bit more flexible.
But something I was thinking of, and obviously it would need to be tweaked a little bit, but I just want to put the general idea and then see what you think, is what if it's like whenever you cast a leveled spell, during that round, you can make one opportunity attack on someone entering your melee range, rather than leaving it. So it's like that survival instinct, quick reaction kind of stuff. A melee opportunity attack, specifically. Because right now, the only way that you could ever do something of that stature is if you have Polearm Master.
And so,
but this would allow you to do it with any weapon that you have.
Any weapon that you have, yes. And it's
only if you cast a leveled spell too.
Okay, so all right, so let me get let me see if I understand this. If you cast a leveled spell, then on that same round as a reaction, you can make a opportunity attack against
opportunity attack at someone moving into your melee range.
I don't think, like, I like the idea of it, but in practice I don't think that works too well because it's like when you with these special features,
Uh-huh.
in the special features that I like and I enjoy are things that I can kind of do on demand. And so this one is really niche and really like niche and situational. And so it's like, well, when does that thing end? Until the start of your next turn, you can do that because you only get one reaction per round. And so if you don't cast a leveled spell, it's almost as if you don't get a feature. For me, it feels a little bit too situational.
I mean, though all the other ones are based off of that kind of vibe too. Like for instance, Life Domain, you only do it if you're doing hit points, or Warding Flare. But that's just if no one's doing an attack.
I know, but the thing is those are a lot more on demand. Because here's the thing. I can guarantee that in a combat encounter, an enemy is going to make an attack roll at some point. I can, when with the Life Domain Cleric, that's my choice that I made to cast a spell that restores hit points. What I'm saying is like I like the idea of it. But the problem I have is where even you have to cast a leveled spell, but in order to use the feature, it has to be dependent on what the DM does. And it's something that you and me talked about with other game mechanics. It's with other game mechanics, if you don't do it, if the DM doesn't move into melee range, it feels like the player's being actively punished. But if the DM does, it feels like a consolation prize by intentionally moving a character into melee range. It's basically being able to make the opportunity attack is not contingent on a choice that you, the cleric, make. It's contingent on the DM does.
So two modifications then could be just basically give them the thing saying, hey, you can make opportunity attacks at someone entering your melee range.
Yeah.
Or you could also go in and say, like, anytime you cast a leveled spell, you can also make one melee attack. Or something like that.
That one, that's I like the first option. Second option I wouldn't do, just because that's War Domain.
A little powerful.
Well, no, that's just what War Domain Cleric does. You just can do a bonus action attack. So that would just be like War Domain Cleric.
Oh yeah, that is pretty much exactly.
Yeah, like and so that would just be, that's not unique enough. But
although that one you can only do it as many times as your Wisdom modifier.
Yes, but point still stands. That's just.
But yeah, you can.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Excuse me.
Yeah, here's the thing. Let's see, because I want to take that idea and make it into something that feels good to play. Because I was thinking, well, what if we did it as a cantrip? But casting a cantrip as a reaction can get really powerful. As soon as you get level 5, that is suddenly extremely powerful.
Yeah, well, and you can already do that as a Warbreaker, or what is it?
Warcaster.
Warcaster.
Exactly. And so, and that goes for, if you have Warcaster and Polearm Master, you can kind of do that. It's a really oddly specific build. So, but I agree.
Like the idea of it.
Yeah, the idea, because it's like you're reacting to something. It's doing that. I feel like we should be using our reaction for something,
Right. You got your fight or flight response that you could do. Those are kind of like the two biggest parts of the energy, or of dealing with the god that we've dealt with in the campaign. At least is fight or flight is. I mean, yeah,
component. that is. I mean, Pugna is the fight part of that,
right?
I'd have to go through my notes again to figure out the full name I gave it. it's badly translated Latin, but
Yeah.
but
I have written down somewhere in my notes.
but it's not purely fight or flight. It's also scavengers. It's also scavenging. It's survival. Fight or flight is just one of the aspects of him. It's one of his, like, I guess maybe you could say it, one of his direct angels, one of his direct subordinates is the fight or flight.
An avatar.
In the context of Aurora, yes, but in the context of Aurora, an avatar are specifically mortals that are chosen, almost like they're champions. So if you translate it to doing that, Gortash and Ketheric, Thorm, and Orin would be avatars of the gods. Just as a thing, but yeah. So it doesn't have to fully be fight or flight, but that's a really good starting point, and it's perfectly okay if it is. But we can branch out a little bit if we want. So I want to keep your idea of using your reaction to something, because that it's a survival mechanism,
right?
And so,
what if you could use your reaction on opportunity attacks coming in, but you can use it as many times as your wisdom modifier.
Okay, I like that a little better.
Because that's similar to what the war domain is, except the war domain it's a bonus action, where ours is more reactionary.
Yeah. I do like that. I do like that. Okay.
So let's put it as that for now, and then if we think of something else, then we can.
Well, here's the thing.
We can do it.
Well, here's one thing: is do we want? Because there's also a little bit more of a defensive thing with it. So,
right.
So I have this idea. Just before we move on, that I wanted to throw out there just to see what you think of it. So what if instead of doing the melee attack thing, because I really like it, but with how you're able to customize it a little bit, I feel like it might make you lean towards playing it a certain way. And so,
well, I mean, that's kind of the point. War Domain does that too.
I know. And that's just my personal preference. And so I'm not saying that's an objectively bad thing. It's just my personal preference. So what if we took it as a defensive thing? So imagine this. If someone within a certain range receives damage, when someone within a certain range takes damage, someone that you can see, what if you can expend spell slots to reduce the damage by a number of dice of whatever size equal to the amount of spell slots that you use? So let's say you use let's just throw a random dice out there. Let's say a D8. You go, someone goes and takes a hit. You can use your reaction to expend a second level spell slot to reduce that damage by 2d8.
I think that would work better along the lines of like a channel divinity kind of a thing, of that kind of vibe, the reducing damage. I don't think that would vibe well with this ability. I think the channel divinity would be better used for something like that.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
Do like a possibly something along those lines for the channel divinity. Let's see. Because, like, I mean, already it's like the life domain is already huge on healing. The light domain is both defensive and attack. Because you got the one being able to Roll disadvantage on the attack rolls. Uh, Invoke duplicity is usually more of a defensive
Well, that
kind
those
of
are
a thing.
those are the channel divinities.
I
And
know.
so let's look at, just so we can get an idea for the thing, because basically Disciple of Life, it's a, your healing is better. Let's take a look at what the other things do. So we're not just doing it in taking a full shot in the dark with the power levels, because yeah, let's see. All right, cleric subclasses. Alrighty, so that's Disciple of Life,
Because like the war
domain.
domain, their channel divinity is you can add a +10 to anybody's attack rolls as
Yeah.
a reaction. So I what you described, I think that sounds great as a channel divinity.
As a channel divinity.
Yeah, where basically it's like you get to roll X amount of dice and reduce that damage.
Yeah, let's see. Because yeah, yeah, that might work better as a thing. So, looking at this, so yeah, so with the so the light domain gets the warding flare. That's their ability. That's not their channel divinity.
Yeah,
And then
which lets them do disadvantage on their attack rolls.
the life domain gets the increased healing. And then trickery gets the
Advantage on stealth checks.
Stealth, yeah. And then war gets the bonus action attack. Okay. So that's kind of what we're working with. Let's see. Should we limit it to only the opportunity attack?
We could call it flight or fight and say when someone enters your melee range, you can either decide to move half your movement. You can either move half your movement without provoking opportunity attacks, or you can make an opportunity attack, and then you can do it as many times per your wisdom modifier.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And that's what it could be called, fight or flight.
Yeah, fight or flight. And then for the channel divinity, it's like that, but better, because you, rather than doing it for yourself, you can give it to your allies.
Yeah, so it just says whenever an ally within X amount of 30 feet or whatever takes damage, you can activate a channel divinity.
No, I was thinking more like we'll go over it in a second, but yeah, I like that. So,
call it fight or flight.
Yep, fight or flight. So, a creature enters. And a creature enters within. When a
enters your melee range.
Yeah. Should it be
I would say
specifically a hostile creature, or just when a creature? Because then you can abuse that.
Hostile creature. Hostile.
Yeah.
That's when flight will kick in.
When a hostile creature enters within melee range, and use your reaction to either
make an opportunity attack
against the creature, or move up to half of your movement speed without provoking opportunity attacks. You can use this ability a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. Minimum
of 1.
of once.
Minimum of
And
negative
regain
1.
all uses after finishing a long rest.
There we go.
Then...
And then that way, if they have Warcaster, they can choose to do it with cantrip.
Exactly, yeah. So, that right there is actually really...
But it's only if it goes within melee range.
Within melee range, yep. I like that. That seems really good.
And it fits the theme.
And it fits the theme, but it does... But it's like... It's not brokenly good.
Yeah.
Unless you... Because you can make a build that could make it broken. But
right.
On its own...
Especially if you had it in Baldur's Gate.
Oh my gosh, that would be busted. Throwing a halberd and never swing it. Throwing a halberd, get Warcaster, never... Actually, Warcaster and Baldur's Gate specifically only works with Shocking Grasp. Action type, General, Name, Fight, or Light. And then we'll go like this. Activation type, Reaction, reset type, long rest. Boom, boom.
There we go.
Times
Can you hear anything through my mic at all, or just me?
Just you. Why? Is there some creep watching you?
No, I can just hear stuff in the other room.
Number of times equal to your whiz. I'm too lazy to go back and copy and paste again. I have one.
One.
Save, and then we'll go like this. Limited use. 1 times wisdom modifier. This number of uses use -1 for unlimited uses. You can also use a stat modifier proficiency bonus. Perfect.
Yeah, that looks good. All right. And then we can call the channel Divinity Endure.
Yeah, because I was... so my original idea was having the... My original idea was having the... the thing basically be the channel divinity is the fight or flight ability, but you can give it to your allies. But I like the way that you've twisted it. I think this works better, having it be a bit more of a personal thing. And
then extending that to protect.
And then this one
help
is
others
to
survive.
Yeah. So let's go like this. We can call it Divine Endurance.
Divine Endurance. Endurance. All right. So, as far as damage reduction goes, so for doing damage, like for instance, light domain, it does 2d10 plus your wisdom, to every creature within 30 feet. So like that's pretty beefy. That's a pretty strong effect. The life domain.
Well, let's see how many uses of channel. Let's see how many uses of channel divinity you get over the course of your thing as a
4 at level 20.
4 at level 20. Okay.
So, here's what I'm thinking. Because you have the life domain. With the life domain, the way that one works is as a magic action, you present your holy symbol and expend a use of your channel divinity to evoke healing energy that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. So basically, you choose bloody creatures within 30 feet and you divide those hit points how you want. So to a maximum at level 20, that's 100 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
What if we did it where we just said, all right, you can reduce the damage by up to 5 times your cleric level?
Actually, I'd say let's
We could also do like a temporary hit points thing.
yeah, but I have
You have what?
so I'm trying to think because I feel like I want to go the damage reduction route just because it's a little bit more unique among cleric subclasses.
Yeah, I like the damage reduction as well.
I'm just trying to think because here's the thing. We have that first thing, which is your reaction. So I don't want it to be another reaction. I don't want it to be another reaction.
Well, no, those ones aren't as a reaction.
No. I'm saying I don't want to reduce damage as a reaction. But the thing is, you know, it's not your turn when somebody else is taking damage. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think there's, because like for instance with the guided strike, it just said, and it's not a reaction. It just, oh, if a creature within 30 feet misses an attack roll, you can expend a use and do it, causing it to, you just expend it. It just happens. There's no reaction. You can use it when you want to. You don't have to use a reaction to activate it. And we don't want to use the reaction. It just says when a friendly creature within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can activate your channel divinity. Because like look at the war domain one. It's not a reaction. It behaves like a reaction. It doesn't use your reaction.
It specifically does not use your reaction. Yeah, let me see that.
Yeah, read the wording of it.
Okay, so that is guided strike. When you or a creature within 30 feet of you misses with an attack roll, you can expend 1 use of your channel divinity and give that roll a +10 bonus, potentially causing it to hit. When you use this feature to benefit another creature's attack roll, you must.
Oh, okay. There is a take a reaction to do so.
Yep.
So that is the thing on there.
Yeah.
I didn't read the end.
Radiance of the Dawn as a magic action. That's an action.
So that one is a reaction. I just didn't read the last part.
Helps.
We could also just do it. We could also just do it and then say, nope, you don't use the reaction.
Okay. Well, here is. So here's a couple ideas. We can have it to where you give it to. You basically bless the creature, and they basically have a pool of dice. I guess you give them a pool of dice, and then when they take a hit, your party member can use a reaction to reduce that. So it's a preemptive thing.
Okay. I could see that.
And the thing is how big would what size of dice would it be, and how many would you get?
Well, yeah, because the one thing where we're doing defensive, like with the life domain, it gets progressively bigger as you level up.
Exactly. So hear me out. What if it is a number of... let's see. I'm just trying to think of at what levels that would increase. Nah, I feel like that progression would be too slow. We go like a number of dice equal to...
I think if we're going to do a progressive amount, it'd be better to do flat amounts.
Yeah, a flat amount. Or keep the dice number... If you're rolling dice, keep it the same, but increase the flat amount. So maybe like by like a D8 plus your cleric level.
Because
Or
you're using a big channel divinity with that.
Exactly. You're using a big channel divinity and a level 20 cleric reducing damage with a minimum of 21 doesn't seem
Versus a life domain being able to give out 100 health at that level.
yeah.
Which maximum of 28 versus maximum of 100. That's 4 times stronger.
Yeah. So maybe, all right, how about this? Maybe it is a number of
It's probably
what,
if we're gonna do anything damage reduction, the problem you run into is because then you start getting into waters of the DM purposely trying to avoid certain creatures because he knows that they have that protection kind of a thing. So I know obviously a DM shouldn't be doing that, but we don't want to be promoting a mindset of that.
yes, but at the same time you could say that for just about any ability ever in the game and the DM's purposely making it not work. That's true. That's true for any DM. Like for
Oh well, he
like
has missile snare, so I'm not going to shoot anything at him.
yeah, or oh, we've got a raging barbarian. Oh, the barbarian does too much damage, so everything flies and he can't hit anything, kind of a thing. That you'll run into those DMs for any ability ever.
Yeah. You know, if we're gonna do a defensive thing, I do think reactionary just makes more sense, and it fits the vibe a little more.
I feel like you should be able to basically bless a creature with it. Bless a creature with it, and then maybe they get. Ooh, okay. How about this?
Here's an in between. I just had an idea for an in between.
Okay.
What if it's more like Light of the Dawn, where rather than just one person, you can bless all allies within 30 feet, and just say, "All right, next time you take damage, the damage will be reduced by 2d10 plus your Wisdom modifier," or something along those lines.
That could be cool. But so I've got two ideas.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the one I like a little bit less first, okay?
Uh-huh.
So you use your channel divinity and you bless one ally, right? That ally gains a number of d6s equal to half of your cleric level. So by max level, that's 10d6. That's a rogue's maximum sneak attack level damage, right?
Right.
Not including their weapon dice, but still. That's a rogue's maximum sneak attack. That's a hefty... That could be a hefty amount of damage.
Right.
And then, basically, they have that blessing for an hour, and then when that creature takes damage, they can use their reaction to reduce that damage by... They can expend however many d6s they want to reduce that damage, and then they can just do that until they run out of d6s to roll, or an hour passes and the blessing ends.
I like that one a lot.
So there's that. Or here's the other way for it. So same d6 principle, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one is more powerful, but I feel like to balance it, it would compete for the cleric's reaction, which is it would compete with the cleric's reaction, which is you just have the blessing, and then the cleric gains those d6s, and then the cleric can expend it for any creature within range when they take damage until they run out of d6s or the blessing ends.
Ooh.
So it's basically, do you want the cleric to be in charge of the d6s, or do you want the creature that is blessed to be in charge of the d6s?
Well, I think a big part of like that kind of thing of the survival aspect, it kind of relies on oneself to accomplish those.
Okay.
So I'm thinking putting it on another person makes a little more sense.
Putting it on a person.
Because then
makes
you
a little
can
more
also
sense.
put it on yourself.
Yeah, you can give it to yourself.
But that's when I envisioned the god of survival, that's kind of more what I'm thinking is like
it's a bit more of a selfish creature.
Exactly.
Relatively speaking. Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
kind
right.
of the vibe I'm thinking of.
Alrighty.
I like that one a lot. And just do d6 is equal to half your level, minimum of 1. Well, actually, you get this at level 3, so you'd be guaranteed to have 1. We don't get it at level 1 anymore.
Yeah. And then rounded down, because that's usually what it is. So.
Half your level rounded down.
Yeah.
So a maximum of 60.
So as a magic action, you present your holy symbol and expend a use of channeling divinity to bless.
Should it be a d6 or should it be a d8? Because a lot of the cleric-based stuff are d8s. Not all of it, just a lot.
I feel like I feel like that's tough. I'd say let's leave it as d6s for now and let's play
like
test it.
Like the divine strikes and all that kind of stuff are all d8s.
Yeah, but you do get a lot of dice though. There's nothing that'll give you 10d8.
Well, because where you're reducing damage, that's a maximum of 80 damage reduction you could do. Where, like, if you do the bloodied creature thing, for instance, that's a maximum of 100 healing, which that's guaranteed hit points. That's even more powerful than what we have.
That is very true. However, I will say the Life Domain Cleric makes more sacrifices to make that balanced. Because we're going to have a very versatile toolkit that will make up for the raw numbers, right, in that specific area.
Also, if we do it this way, where it lasts an hour, I assume that's without concentration.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Does not require concentration.
I just wanted to make sure.
Absolutely
because that
not.
Also
then it would
means,
be just terrible.
Well, because at level 3, you have 2 channel divinities, so you could put blessing on him, blessing on me.
Yeah.
And then...
Absolutely.
And then that right there, you now have... Actually, no, never mind. That still equals to about the same. Yeah, I think I still like the D8s, but I'm okay with putting D6s and
let's do
testing.
the D6 and we'll see how it works in practice. Because once again, because we can't look at this ability.
And it will be as a magic action, right?
That's a magic action, yeah. Because you can't look at this ability in a vacuum, because we have to look at it comparing full toolkits to itself.
Yeah.
Because the thing is with the Life Domain Cleric, it can do the insane healing, but it can't do much else in terms of its subclass ability. Obviously, it's a cleric, so it's automatically powerful, but it's automatically good at other things just based off the spells it can get.
Right.
But when you look at the raw numbers, it's like, 100 points of guaranteed healing, but, the Light Domain Cleric doesn't have 100 points of guaranteed damage. The raw numbers don't match up, but the Light Domain Cleric has a much more versatile toolkit, where I feel like the Life Domain Cleric can get away with having that big guarantee because it but it doubles down on the healing. It doubles down on the healing so hard that it loses a bit of the versatility that the other subclasses can grant, that other subclasses get. And so it makes up for the lack of versatility in raw numbers and raw output.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm fine with putting
Yeah.
that 1d6.
But yeah, if we decide, yeah, that's too low, we can bump it up to a D8.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining my reasoning and why you're
easy
wrong.
fix. Why I'm wrong.
Yeah. All right. So, as a magic action, you can present a holy symbol and expend a use of your channel divinity to touch a creature and bless it with divine endurance for 1 hour. Oh wait, actually, we'll save that for the end because we can do that. I'll explain as we get there. So, basically, for the duration, the creature has a number of D6s. Is that right? The D6S, or do I just a number of D6 space?
I'm probably number of D6.
Number of D6 equal to half of your cleric level rounded down. Rounded down. When the blessed creature takes damage, it can use its reaction to reduce the damage by number of D6s. I think the S is correct. Yeah. By a number of D6s, by a number of D6s of their choice that they have available.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an S on there.
Yeah. Number of D6s of their choice that they have available. This blessing lasts for 1 hour or until all available D6s have been expended. Let's see. When the blessed creature takes damage, it can use its reaction. It can use its. Actually, let me reword this. It can use its reaction to roll a number of. To roll any number of D6s.
Of remaining D6s?
Yeah. Of available.
Of available.
It can use reaction to roll any number of available D6s. The blessing granted and reduce the damage taken by the total roll. This blessing lasts for 1 hour or until all available D6s have been expended. Just want to make sure it's clear. All right, let's read this full. So as a magic action, you present your holy symbol and expend a use of your channel divinity to touch a creature and bless it with divine endurance. For the duration, the creature has a number of D6s equal to half your cleric level, rounded down. When the blessed creature takes damage, it can use its reaction to roll any number of available D6s the blessing granted, and reduce the damage taken by the number rolled.
Yeah.
By the number rolled. This blessing lasts for 1 hour until all available D6s have been expended.
There you go.
Creatures can only have one divine endurance blessing at a time. That way you can't just
Okay.
give it twice and double the amount of dice they have.
Right.
Okay. Then there we go. Then the snippet. You expend, and then yeah, for the snippet, it can be and
Also, a big thing with the healing is it only lets if you're doing the life domain, it only lets them heal up to half. They can't go past half.
yeah, giving a there we go, and that can be the snippet. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. All right, and then we'll delete this action. Oh wait, actually, we can just go like this. It go. Let me copy full thing. Edit. Boom. Then range, touch, channel divinity, divine endurance. There we go.
Yep.
Then
Touch is not a valid number.
ah.
I just do 5 feet.
Yeah. And okay. And divine endurance. Okay. So, now that we have that, now for the fun bit.
The spells.
Spell list.
Just a heads up, I'll be leaving here in the next like 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was at like 6:50.
Well, the problem is with traffic, I gotta leave a lot earlier.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
6:15.
Ah, okay. So let's just take a look at some spells. Actually, I want to go to, just so I have the up to date. Go game rules, spells. So first things first, let's take a look at spell level first. All right, so we're looking at things that fit the survival. So think scavengers, think endurance, think survivability, damage reduction, movement, escape.
Disguise self is potentially one, but I don't love it.
Nah, I don't love it.
Expeditious retreat.
Oh, honestly, I think that's honestly almost a no-brainer. All right, let's mark Expeditious Retreat down, and let's see if we can find one more.
I think they get a little bit more.
Well, they get more at level 3, but it's 2 first level spells and 2 second level because it's level 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Featherfall is a good one.
Okay, yeah, Featherfall. I like that.
Hunter's Mark, maybe.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
That could be pretty good.
Protection from evil.
Sanctuary, Shield. Could be pretty good.
I definitely think Featherfall. That's a great survivability one. I know it's very niche, but
Alarm could also be pretty cool. It's also pretty niche. You set an alarm against intrusion. She's adorable.
I gotta head out though.
Okay.
So I will be back. The dogs are going nuts. Do you wanna just call the stream for here for now, and then I can help you with that a little bit later, or what would you rather do?
I think it's better to bounce the ideas off each other, so I think we could call it right here. Right.
Cool.
Thank you to everybody who tuned in for the stream. I know it was a short one, but crazy things going on, and everybody else is definitely ill. So yeah, thank you to everybody who tuned in. We'll pick this up next time we do a Hangout stream. I feel like it's coming along pretty good.
Yeah, I like it a lot so far already.
Yeah, it was even better than what I had in my head. But yeah, and before we head out, thank you so much to D4Fan and Brennan for your continued support. It really helps motivate us to be making more stuff. And we've got some fun projects in the works that you are directly funding. And so, yeah, it greatly appreciated. So thank you so much. And of course, thank you to everybody who tuned in, lurking or otherwise. But that's where we're going to call it for tonight. So we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.